Good evening, ladies in the house. You are all so beautiful. There is no lady that is not beautiful. If you notice, I'm not saying female. I'm not saying women. I'm saying ladies. Because the essence of this talk is to how to move from being a woman to being a lady. Biologically, we're all females. Biologically, we're all women. But we want to be ladies. There's something about being a lady that's good. The title of this, Lipstick and Stilettos, because they symbolize what a woman is all about. It's not about your age. Every woman, any woman, even up to 80, my mom died at age 80, she was still using her lipstick. She was still using stilettos once in a while, because she'll wear those flat shoes. Then, when she gets to some places, she wears stilettos, and after she'll say, I beg, bring my slippers, bring my shoes, the flat shoes. Right. At the dawn of creation, God made man. But he wanted something better, something more beautiful. So he created you. He created you. He created you. He created me. And she was named woman. Women, again, as I say, you are all beautiful. Clap for yourselves. But being a woman does not make you a lady. What makes you a lady is your manners, the way you behave, everything, the way you walk, your decorum, your comportment, and manners empower you. When you've got great manners, there are places you can walk into, and your confidence, because you know you will not upset anybody. So manners empower you. You are judged by your manners. Your manners reflect your values. If you got poor values, believe you me, your manners are going to be poor. Your manners place your head in the hearts and minds of people. When you've got great manners, people want to deal with you. People want to talk with you. They want to relate with you. So, strive to make a lasting impression, a positive, lasting impression. Because you can make a negative, lasting impression. Am I right? Yes. You, as a princess, are a queen. You are a princess. The older ones, you are queens. Yes. You're a queen. It's not all about being married to a king, but your husband is a king, yes. Because he's the king of your heart, the king of your home. Right? So, you're not just ladies, but you're role models. Even those of you who are not married and say, oh, I don't have kids, so who will I be a role model to? You have got nieces, you've got nephews, you've got people who look up to you. So you're role models. You've got neighbors. Show integrity. As a role model, you've got to display integrity. You've got to demonstrate integrity. You may have the best name. You may be rich, but you have no integrity. Forget it. Keep your promises. That's part of integrity. Carry yourself like a princess. Carry yourself like a queen. When you're thinking about yourself, you say, oh, I'm a queen. You know you're not going to walk in any jagra way. You're not going to talk anyhow. You're not going to walk anyhow. You're not going to sit anyhow. You're not going to stand anyhow. You're not going to even eat your food anyhow. And of course, you're not going to dress anyhow. You won't go out there and start fighting. Because when you remember, I'm a queen, I'm a princess, you know that you will not behave in a funny way. Stand out and stand tall. Be your very best self. Your self-pride and dignity. Take pride in yourself. I'm not saying be proud or arrogant, but always remember you're a woman. Always remember you're a lady. Take pride in yourself. Don't go out and behave in a funny way that people will say, who is this person? Hold yourself up high. Place yourself there in a positive way. Carry yourself with dignity, with decorum, with gravitas. Take care of every aspect of your life. Take control of every aspect of your life. Once you've prayed and asked God to take control, ask the Holy Spirit to show you what you should do. The Holy Spirit is always alive and will always hearken to what you say if you have a clean heart and you're sincere about it. Try not to slack off in any area. Be a together person. Don't be a scattered person. I'm sure you've all worked or related with people you can't trust because they're too scattered. They're not bad people, but they're just scattered. So be a together person. What about your attitude as a lady? What is attitude? What do you understand by attitude? Who can tell me? You've heard people say, oh, you've got an attitude problem. She's got a bad attitude. Have you heard that before? Yes. So what is attitude? The way you see things. Attitude is the way you see things. Your attitude influences your behavior. Your attitude can make people come close to you or can make people go away from you. Your attitude can repel people. There's some people you won't want to relate with because they've got negative attitudes. Am I right? There's some people you don't want to say, oh, go and see Sister Lagbaja. Hey, that troublesome woman. Do you understand? You don't want to be that sort of person. Don't throw your weight around. Don't be quarrelsome. Pick your battles. It's not every battle that you have to fight. It's not everybody that upsets you, you have to go fighting them. No. Pick your battles. Save your battles for the more important things. Don't go quarreling with people all the time. Don't be quarrelsome. Don't be troublesome. But when it's a very big issue, you can go and approach the person, but in a very decent, polite manner. Please, sister this or sister that, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why you spoke to me this way. I really didn't appreciate it. If I've done anything, please let me know. Well, not, what did you do? Mike, no, I won't take it. Who are you? No. You don't want to do that. Don't throw tantrums. Like I say, pick your battles. Sometimes you're quiet when someone upsets you. It doesn't mean you're not there. It doesn't mean you're a fool. It just means you are wise. Because the day you actually react, people will say, this lady who is very peaceful, for her to open her mouth to talk. Guess who everybody will support? You. No hissing fits. And we ladies, we love to hiss. We do that a lot, don't we? Don't do it. You come across as spoilt. Don't put on ridiculous airs and graces. Because no matter how rich, how pretty, you're talented, how educated you are, we're still going to end up 6 foot under one day. Always remember tomorrow. In the East, there is a proverb that says, tomorrow is pregnant. So whatever you do, remember tomorrow. You don't know who will be who tomorrow. That person you put down, that person you fight, may be the person to help you tomorrow or help your children tomorrow. So please try and have a good attitude, a positive attitude. And when you have a positive attitude, people will want to come close to you. Life will be sweeter for you. Don't disrespect people. Be humble. Being humble doesn't mean you're a fool. Treat others with courtesy and respect. Be gracious, be kind, caring, and compassionate. Treat people with compassion. There are a lot of people we see. I always say, especially women, a lot of women are going through so much. But because we cover ourselves with lipstick and Mary Kay, you think everything's fine for everybody. No. Be compassionate. When you see someone who is not looking too happy, especially here, what's the matter? Are you okay? So please be gracious, be kind to people. Think positive. Act positive. Speak positive. Your body language. Your body language says a lot, right? Body language is all about those messages we send across. We don't even know we're sending them across. Maybe this sister comes to talk to me and I'm doing this. This is what they call a closed body language. So it's negative, right? But I don't know I'm sending that language across. So body language is all about your posture, your gesture, your eye contact, your facial expression. There's something called instant posture, which every lady should have, right? You take one shoulder, roll it back, take the other, roll it back, or pull both shoulders backwards. You don't have to let the whole world say, I dey roll low, I dey roll low. No. Just pull both shoulders backwards. And when you stand with 1 foot straight, 1 foot angled near your toe. It doesn't matter which foot. 1 foot straight, 1 foot angled, so that when you turn, 1 foot is still straight, 1 foot angled, and you're graceful. You turn again, 1 foot straight, 1 foot angled. Don't go and stand like that. You look so funny, right? Usually, when you go to work in the corporate space, you don't do this if someone is talking to you, because it shows that you don't approve of what the person is talking about. It shows hostility, but we do it a lot. What they call a crossed body language. For men, generally, you don't stand like that. I know it talks about, it speaks, you want to say you're respecting somebody, you do this. But in the corporate space, with a few men here, you don't do that. It just shows you're weak and you're timid. I said body language is all about posture and gesture. The polished lady does not point. Oh, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. It's rude. Instead, take the fingers in the palm of your hands. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. She's over there. Oh, I'm talking to you. But you never go pointing, pium, 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 pium. Right? A lot of us gesticulate. It's nice to gesticulate. It makes you look less boring, but don't overdo it. You're using your fingers, you're using your hands, you're using your shoulders, you're talking. But don't, I was there. You're waiting, next thing you're expecting the person to say you. Eye contact. Make strong eye contact, but don't stare. But in this culture, in this country, we have to reflect our cultural realities. So how do you make eye contact and you don't stare? How do you make strong eye contact without staring? You look into the eyes, you look away. Back around the forehead, you look away. Back into the eyes, you look away. But don't go staring. When you're staring, you're sending a message across that either you like the person inappropriately or you can't stand the person. Your facial expression must be pleasant. Unfortunately, in this country, a lot of us, we want to show, I'm cool. So you wear this funny frown on your face. You think you're being cool, but you're either being silly. Yes, but I'm not saying you go around grinning like an idiot, right? But just try and have a pleasant expression. Try and have an expression that people will want to come, that will attract people to you. Don't go looking all haughty and why? When you do that, you are drawing attention, negative type of attention to yourself. There's something called body proxemics. Have you ever experienced someone coming to talk to you, and as they come close, they come so close? Well, how do you feel? And as you're backing away, they're coming closer until you're backed into a corner. You don't want to be that person. So, what's the appropriate physical distance between 3 and 5 feet? Sorry, between 2 and 4 feet. Approximately 3 feet. So when you want to talk to someone, don't go too close. Because you make the person so uncomfortable. And you will not communicate with the person. The way you dress and your hygiene is another form of body language. We'll talk about that one later. Ladies, an important part of being a lady is your comportment and your manners. It's very important. How do you enter a room? How do you walk into that room that you project dignity, confidence, gravitas? Right? A lot of us, we walk into a room. As we walk into the room, we back the room to shut the door. You don't do that. You walk into the room, right? You knock first. Please knock, because you're entering someone's space. Even in your own house, you want to go into your child's room. Once the child is from 11, 12, you begin to respect their privacy. So you knock. And when you walk into the room, don't back the room to shut the door. Still face the room, and depending on the swing of the door, you shut the door gently. Don't slam it. You're not EFCC. Then you step confidently. What of the way a lady walks? The way you walk says something about you. If I walk like this, what message am I sending across? Timidity. If I walk like this, what message am I sending across? Yes, some of us walk like that. What message am I sending across? Careless. If I walk like this, what message am I sending across? Somebody said marketing. So how should you walk as a lady? What should your gait look like? Your shoulders pulled back. Right? Shoulders pulled back. Head up high. Don't look down. If you want to look down, use your eyes to look down and keep your head up high. Try and walk in a straight line. Long strides. Don't say because you're a lady, little sissy shuffles. No. You're not sending a good impression of yourself. So, long strides. And don't be stiff. Add your swag if you like. All right. When I was young, when we were young, my grandmother would draw a line on the floor with chalk. Or, if we were outside, you took a stick and draw a line in the sand, and we'll put a big Bible or dictionary in your head, and you had to walk straight. Heaven helped you if that Bible or dictionary fell to the ground. You dared not. So always make sure your shoulders are back. Are pulled back, but don't be too stiff. Because you're ladies, you're not soldiers. How do you stand? We've talked about how to stand. Remember? I said 1 foot straight, 1 foot angled. 1 foot straight, 1 foot angled. Okay? How do you sit as a lady? I know Mama taught us to sit like this, right? But now it's not very correct. So how you sit, your knees must always be together. So you sit with both feet on the floor. But if you want to cross your legs, knees still together, cross them at the ankle and move to one side. It doesn't matter which side, but your knees must be together. The much older women, our grandmothers knew this. Remember, when you are young and you sit in a funny way, your grandmother or mother will say, come on, sit down like a lady. Mine will say, you know, be woman, come on, sit down, put your legs together. So that's how you sit. Your meeting and greeting. Ladies, when people greet you, please be quick to respond to those greetings. Good morning. Oh, good morning. How are you? Don't be too proud. Be quick to greet people too. Don't wait for the other person to greet you, because the other person may be shy and say, if I greet her now, she may not respond. Greet. Even if the person does not respond, it doesn't take anything from your skin. Do you understand? It doesn't take anything. Greet. It shows you are the better person, the bigger person. Right? So greet. When you greet, you're making eye contact, you're smiling, and when it's appropriate, a handshake, a hug, or a kiss. That's in the social space, not in the corporate space. Right? In the social space, people say, you want to shake hands, who brings out the hands first? Who stretches the hands first? It's always the lady. It's always the lady who stretches her hands first. Your grip should be firm. You don't want to give what they call a fingerella. Rest. How do you introduce people, and how do you introduce yourself? You introduce the younger to the older. In other words, you mention the older person's name first. Mr. Older, may I introduce, not may I introduce you to, just may I introduce, or I'd like you to meet Mr. Younger. The person you want to flatter, you mention his name first. Mr. Older, may I introduce Mr. Younger. You mention the woman's name first. Ms. Brown, may I introduce Mr. Black. Because the older person is seen as more important. The lady is seen as more important. So you mention the older person's name first. And if it's a man and a woman you want to introduce, you mention the lady's name first. Unless, again, you have to reflect your cultural realities. Unless the man is much, much older than the woman. Then you add some information about the person you've introduced. Mr. Older, may I introduce Mr. Younger? Mr. Younger is a chess champion. Are you following me? Then how do you introduce yourself? There's rules about introducing yourself. I hear a lot of people, oh, I'm doctor, senator, what again? No, you can't be doctor and engineer. You know? The two rules about introductions is you do not add a courtesy title to yourself. You just say, I'm Mary Black. I'm Mary Black. I come from such and such a place. Or I'm Mary Black. I work in such and such a place. Or I'm Mary Black. I enjoy watching movies. So you don't add the Ms. and Mrs. and all that to yourself. And even if you have 10 names, you don't go saying, my names are. No. Just say, I am, or my name is. But you don't go saying, my names are. Add some information about yourself. I'm Mary Dowu. I'm a Montessori teacher. What of your public behavior? For a lady, that's very important. When you're invited to a place, lateness is tacky. You don't go late when you're invited anywhere. It's horrible. Be on time. And let people know you for being on time. Okay? Walk into a room, head up high, shoulders back, smile, greet people around you. Sit quietly with your knees together. Be aware of people's personal space. Don't get too close to people because you may make them uncomfortable. Don't frown. You go to that place, you sit down. When I see people do that, I feel like squeezing their noses, right? Don't wear a pleasant expression. Don't spit. Yes. We love to spit in this country. Everywhere you go, you see people spitting. From people high up to, no. Don't dig your fingers into your nose or into your ears, digging for gold and digging for silver. Don't scratch intimate places. I think people won't notice. Don't use foul language. Because when you use foul language, those B words, those F words, those S words in public, you're giving a bad impression of yourself. Don't speak too loudly or shout when you're in public. You're also giving a bad impression of yourself. If you belch, don't just belch and look around as if you deserve a Medal of Honor. If you belch, just take your handkerchief and just mutter, excuse me, to no one in particular. Don't cough or yawn or sneeze with your mouth open. Always cover your mouth when you want to cough, sneeze, or yawn. Do not pollute the air and think nobody will know. Don't chew gum carelessly. If you must chew gum, chew it with decorum like a lady. And the best time to chew gum is after you've eaten. You want to freshen your breath. Chew some gum. After 10, 15 minutes, thrash it. But don't go chewing and chewing and chewing like a goat chewing the cord. Do not gossip in public. You don't know who is whose cousin. Oh, yes. You are sitting with your friend, and someone comes and says, that person I heard about how. And the person will say, that's my sister-in-law. It's happened. Be quick to pay compliments. Oh, you look very nice. And be sincere about it. But a lot of ladies, you're looking nice, but out of bad belly, they don't want you to say, oh, you didn't pay them a compliment. Say, oh, you're looking nice. No. Pay compliments sincerely and genuinely. And when you are paid a compliment, accept with a smile and thank you. It's a gracious thing to do. Always say something nice about somebody. And that way people will be saying something nice about you. Remember that please and thank you are the magic words. Wherever you go to, the restaurant, you're in the queue, anywhere, those two words, please, thank you, they're the magic words. At public places, remember, don't point. It's rude. If someone is misbehaving, don't point at the person's bad manners. Don't take off your shoes in public. It's bad manners. And you don't even know whether your feet smell. So you don't want that. Be gracious. Be gracious. Okay? At the table, when you go to that dining table, you at the table, know how to navigate your way around the table. When you see cutlery to your left, to your right, on top, where do you start from? The trick is to start with the cutlery on the outermost, and with each course, you're moving towards your plate. And when you've eaten the main dish, you go to the cutlery on top. Those are the dessert cutlery. The English call it pudding, but the dessert cutlery. When you go to a public place, don't rush for food. If you're asked to queue, like for a buffet, don't shunt. Queue quietly. When you've gotten your food, don't overload your plate, especially as ladies. It's better you go for 2 helpings. Chew quietly. And when you chew with your mouth shut. No elbows on the dining table. It's seen as rude. Don't put too much food into your mouth. You look hungry and greedy. And you don't talk with food in your mouth. While you're chewing, you don't talk. I know it's sweet, but don't ever take bread and dunk into your tea or coffee or Milo. Because even at home, don't do it. Because if you do it at home, you get used to it. And one day you go outside and you just do it. And you disgrace yourself. Now, don't drink your tea noisily. I brought a teacup and a saucer. No. Thank you. You stir. After stirring, you put your teaspoon down. And no matter how hot the tea is, don't go doing, right? Stir. You sip your tea. You don't vacuum your tea. Vroom, vroom, vroom. You sip quietly. And when you're done, don't do that. Right? So we can start repenting from now. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'm going to rush. Thank you. When you're at the table and you want something across, not close to you, don't ever stretch your hands. Just ask the person closest to you. Could you please pass the sugar? Could you please pass the milk? Could you please pass the tea? When you go to some Chinese restaurants, a lot of Chinese restaurants, they have this revolving table, right? Please, it is not called Tonton table. It's called a lazy Susanna. So know what a lazy Susanna is. As ladies, don't overindulge in alcohol. It's not a pretty sight seeing a drunk lady. It isn't pretty at all. And our functions don't ask for takeaway unless you are offered. When you go to the dining table for a function, don't put your handbag on the table. It clutters up everywhere. Know how to use a fork and the knife. Ideally, your fork is... Oh, thank you. Ideally, your fork is held in your left hand and your knife in your right hand. A knife in your right hand. Don't hold it like you're going to battle. Hold it like you're holding a pencil. with your index fingers at the back, 3/4 way, so it's easy to maneuver. You're not holding it like going to battle or war still like this. It's not a dagger. Thank you. Your phone calls. You don't want to go to public, in a public space, and you're making phone calls and everybody knows your business. You're hearing, hello, hello. No. Please, if you're in a public place and you have a call, go out, move out to take that call if you must take it. Nobody wants to know your business. And after your call, you greet. I mean, when you take your call, always say hello, good morning. And after the conversation, thank you for calling if the person called. But like I said, during conversations, you're with people, step away from that place. Your courtesy language is conveyed through the tone of your voice, your words, and your phrases. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sir, madam, hello. How are you today? You never use how are you today the first time you see me meet someone. It's like a salesman. And please, you never say, how was your night? Yes, you can say, how was your evening? How was your night is too personal. You don't say that. If anybody asks you, how do you do? The response is not, I do. Or I do fine. The response is always, how do you do? If you're asked, how are you? The response is, very well, thank you. Or I'm fine, thank you. But when you're asked, how do you do? How do you do? Good. So please never say, how was your night? Always use words like please and thank you and you're welcome. I'm sorry, pardon. Yes, when you're offered something and you want it, yes, please. If you don't want, no, thank you. Don't say no. So no, thank you. Yes, please. Do you mind? Could you please move a bit for me? Have a nice day. Have a great day ahead. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your evening. Have a great weekend. Happy holidays. You don't say words like, okay, okie dokes, nah, nope, yes. You're making that guy. Watch your pronunciations. Get a small pronunciation dictionary or use the internet. Some of us have ethnic challenges. Be aware of them. Under the bed, house, philo, yanshan, sit down, radio, watch that. Watch your Nigerian English. Borrow me your book. Don't do that. Right? Borrow me your book. I entered Okada's. Okada got a door. Don't fall me down. And the funniest one, he ate my money. Watch your TH words. You don't want to be speaking for it and you can say, I think, I thought. No. Think, thought, thank you. Watch those words. The way you dress is also very important. It's an irrevocable part of who you are. It's very important. Don't say you're doing spirit. No. You're still living on earth. Right? You are women. Those of you who are married, you are married to men. If the man wanted someone who was spirit, he would have married Virgin Mary. Right? A man still wants his woman to look good and attractive. So please try and look good and attractive. Not just for the man, but for your own self-respect. Okay? It gives you self-confidence when you look good. It's not about being expensive. Just be neat and simple. Be mindful of your appearance at all times. Dress to suit your size, your physique, the occasion, the time, and your age. Look neat, look clean and fresh. And don't wear very revealing clothes. You'll be embarrassed. And people around you will be embarrassed. Don't do glitter during the day. Just strive for elegant simplicity. Your underwear must be fresh and clean and shouldn't show. Always have a clean, fresh handkerchief as a lady. Shoes must be polished, stand up straight and you look good. Your hair must also be very neat. Yes? And don't think, oh, you cover it so people won't know it's messy. You don't want to go around with messy hair because it stinks and you won't know. Other people will know. Whatever hairstyle you do should flatter your face, should be clean. Eyebrows should be well shaped because your eyebrows frame your face. So shape your eyebrows to give you a good impression. Makeup should not be too much, but look after your skin. Wash every night, your skin every night, to remove the grime and dust and dirt. Cleanse and moisturize twice a day. Use a face scrub twice a week. Use a mask once a week if possible. Your deodorants and antiperspirants are very important. There's no point using perfumes, no deodorant or antiperspirant because you will stink. So please, your deodorant is the most important part of your grooming arsenal. But it won't work if you have a forest under your arms. So shave your arms. Shave your legs if possible. Some ladies say, oh, my husband loves hairy legs. Then, I beg, leave your legs hairy. Do a sniff test from time to time to make sure nothing funky is coming there. Right? Makeup, present but subtle. Use very subtle makeup. It makes you look polished. It brightens your appearance. And use fragrance, that's the perfumes, sparingly. Don't put perfumes on your clothes. Put them at what I call pulse points. Behind your ears, your clavicles, your shoulders, your elbows, right? Your wrists. And if you want, you just spray into the air and walk into it. So you're enveloped in perfume. But don't put too much all over yourself. Right? For married ladies, before you go to bed, after your bath, use an inexpensive perfume. So when your husband turns over, he's smelling something nice. Your teeth, brush thoroughly, right? Make sure you do what they call a breath test. Cover your nose and your mouth and blow into it. And if something funky is smelling, hit that minty chewing gum. Make sure you don't have food stuck between your teeth. Your nails should be clean and well kept, not too long. Pedicures are key, especially if you're wearing all these peep toes. You don't want to wear peep toes and some dirty nails are peeping out of it. Ladies, there are some things you should do on your own that your husband should not be part of. When you're doing your plucking, your tweezing, and your shaving, there should be some mystery. Men love mystery. They want to see you just looking nice. They don't want to see the process. Okay? Your body is special. Your life is special. Treat your body with care. Diet, exercise, in terms of your sexual health. Check your blood pressure, your sugar. Go for pap smears and mammograms. You deserve a healthy life. And finally, you at your best. Give yourself to the less fortunate. There'll always be people who need you. Give yourself in terms of money, time, or skills. Be firm, be kind, be confident, be gracious. Carry yourself with dignity and decorum, and wear a big warm smile often. The best accessory for every woman is charm. Don't worry, I'm done. Spread gold dust. Be good to people so people always want to have you around them. And put your best foot forward. You all have potentials. Maximize those potentials. Those dreams you have in your heart that you're too scared to tell your best friend or your sibling or your partner. Please try and work on those dreams. Brush up on your language skills. Improve your grammar, your speech, your pronunciation. Keep informed. Ladies, we don't like to listen to news. We'd rather watch Nollywood. Listen to the news. Read newspapers. Work on your talents and your dreams and never undermine yourself. So you be the very best you can be. Thank you and God bless.
Please Please, can we put our hands together for her? Thank you so much.
The best of me is ready to begin. Then there are days when I feel I'm letting